Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. You know who it is, who it should be, man. AKA J Cass, better known now as Who Trucker J. A real disgusting display of violence happened over the weekend, man. At a 2-year-old's birthday party. See, I ain't want to post right away because I wanted all the details to come out. But shout out to the family. Let me put this up here, man, because people boy, they be in their feelings when you use the content. This is a teachable moment to get my point across, my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion about certain things that's transpired in the world today. Shout out to the family. Had to borrow this content, my guy. But let's get into it, man. Add it to the go, man. I'm not even gonna waste too much.
If I could do anything to prevent this, I would. I threw a birthday party for my little daughter. She actually turned 2, and I just wanted all my family to come together, and everybody's getting together around and just start cutting the cake, and all we heard was gunshots, and everybody just dove to the ground. It was just unexpected. My party, bro. Y'all don't understand, and like, I know everybody just bypass me and be like, you know, she ain't lose nobody, like she didn't lose her kid, like, or she didn't do this or party, or ain't nothing would have happened. I can't have that type of attitude. I can't have it with me. Y'all can't be like that. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't nobody's fault. Nobody even knew that would happen. I try to bring everybody together, literally. I thought we was all having a good time until all that stuff happened.
Imagine throwing your kid a birthday party and you end up getting shot in the process. The perpetrator's still on the run. He got an $80,000 reward on his head from the FBI. And you, on the other hand, you get arrested. Not for what happened, but for being around your own crew, who according to the feds, were known gang members. And according to people there, were the intended targets. And we all know, when you're a felon being around any known gang members, that's another felony in itself. Check this out, fam. We're working on another story. And I end up with some information about the story we just covered yesterday, the mass shooting in Sacramento. And within the last hour alone, I gathered new information. Not just about the dad, the rappers, them being shot, but even more gruesome details about how this entire night went down. And I'm going to say this out the
Again, shout out to the family TV. He do a real good job with covering all kinds of content, getting the details. I don't know how he do it, but he do it. And right now I need it to display what I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So thank you again, the family TV. Go to his channel, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's like the hood news, man. I get my news from him. Pause. Get to it, man. You know? This is a shame.
gay fam. It get worse. And I have to say this. Someone inside that establishment gave out the location. And I know it might seem cliche, but I want you guys to understand what I'm saying here. We all know jealousy is a huge factor here. We got people who supposed to be connected within the mom who hosted this event, and that shouldn't even matter, but it's information that some may not know. Have 3 kids with 3 different members from the same gang. We don't know if that played a part, and who was there was all 3.
This is why I follow the channel, man. Make this ish. She got 3 different kids by 3 different members of the same effing gang. I mean gang, not game. Make that make sense. She didn't think that was a conflict of interest. You had, of course you didn't want that to happen, young lady, but you part of the problem. You are definitely not the solution. 3 different baby daddies for the same gang, you busting it down like that for the crew? But here's more. That's crazy. She busting it down for the crew.
There, they want to give out the location, but you gotta keep in mind, fam, for someone to give out this address during this moment, it's someone very close. It wasn't broadcast on social media. Now, we also hear from a father who lost his full dad who had to watch it happen with his own eyes. A man trying to shield both of his kids because he had more than 2 there that night, trying to cover his daughter, trying to get to his son, and realizing it was already too late. But what really pushed me to bring this back to you guys immediately was the mom who hosted the party. She has now spoken twice, once right after the news crew arrived and they leaving downtown, and the second time she opened up even more about what she saw, what she heard, and what she had to live through that night. Whether she intended to or not, she revealed details that paint a much clearer and honestly a much darker picture of what really happened that night. And that's why we here, fam, to make sure our family in Sacramento and surrounding areas is on point. So you can call this an update, but this is information that needs to be spreaded to the family because this story is still developing. The person responsible is still out there and the community is still hurting. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Now 2 days later, a sign that screams Nyla's second birthday. A label rested in the parking lot of 1937 Lucille Avenue in Stockton. Frozen in time, filled with half-eaten food in the background. As mentioned, this was the site that hosted a child's birthday party that became the scene of a mass shooting that killed 4 people, 3 of them children, and wounded 11. The shooting occurred right before 6 p.m. Saturday in the unincorporated area of...
So you go to a children's party. You unalive 3 children and 1 21-year-old adult. You went in there masked up, all black. You seen that there's nothing but children, babies in here, parents, family. And you start to let the blick off? You ain't go inside and be like, yo man, I'm not doing this. There's kids and family in here. But nah, you went in there and did it anyway. What type of demon time is these people on? Knowing that it's kids. See, back in the era I come from, kids and women off limits. The elderly off limits. If they around, you gotta stand down. You can't commence to shoot. But here's more, man.
Stockton. Monday, authorities continue searching for suspects, and the city continues searching for answers as the FBI to offer 80,000 reward information into the shooting. Now, for those who didn't check the first video out, I'll leave the link in the bio. I advise you to do so before checking this out. The rapper Nano was also the dad of the kid who was hosting the party. He ended up getting arrested after the mass shooting. Him, alongside another named Billy Williams, aka Dougie, was also arrested. Now, as mentioned in the last video, based on information that they put out online, they allegedly affiliated with MB and Flatboys. Also in attendance was the rapper MB Nail, who was allegedly shot. Not only was he shot, right next to him was a 14-year-old kid who was seconds away from shaking his hand. His dad, who's not even from Stockton, came up to the birthday party because his son was a huge fan of the rapper. He ended up getting struck by a masked gunman didn't shoot from the parking lot, fam, who walked inside the establishment and started to shoot. So not only was he brave enough to hop out on feet, but he managed to get away. And on top of that, he knew kids was in there. Now, fam, the 14-year-old victim was later identified by his parents as Amari. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. Now, I want you guys to hear from his dad.
Or suspects still on the run, the FBI offering $50,000 for an arrest, and that's on top of the $25,000 already offered by Crime Stoppers, Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi and Councilwoman Mariela Ponce. Now, within the last few hours, we've also learned the others who were wounded, ranging in age from 8 to 5.
So we have your reporters covering every angle.
Let me tell you something. When they catch this fool, I wish we was in them other countries like Iraq and all that, Afghanistan, where they unalive you with a firing squad. That's what he deserves, man. That's just cold-blooded. You took innocent lives, bro. The ops you was aiming for, they still alive and breathing. You took innocent lives. For what? For what? You're not from the streets. You don't know the rules. Even though there's really no rules in the street. But when it comes to children and elderly and innocent bystanders, you stand down, youngster. You don't commit to shoot. Like I said, when they catch you, they need the street justice for you, man. Eye for an eye, man.
Angle of this mass shooting, including calls from the Stockton mayor for asking for federal resources to fight gang violence. But first, we're hearing from the family of that 14-year-old victim killed in this shooting.
So awful. It's an interview you'll see only on CBS 13. Your reporter Tori Apodaca sat down with that family for an emotional interview, as you can imagine, that may be hard for some viewers to hear. Tori.
As a urologist, I've prescribed every ED medication on the market. Most ED meds are very similar.
Dominic Marley, it truly was a chilling conversation. That family is not from Stockton, but they traveled here for a child's birthday party. What started as an turned into a massacre. The father of 14-year-old Amari Peterson says that his son was really looking forward to meeting one of the rappers who was at this party. He says that his son was just about to shake hands with one of them when the bullets went flying. Their pain is still very raw, and we want to warn you that it may be hard to hear some of these details.
I have an image of my son dying in my head over and over and over and over. Then him smiling, then him walking away, then him smiling, then he, like, I just keep seeing my...
Full images Patrick Peterson is now stuck replaying of his 14-year-old son, Amari, who was shot to death while at a child's birthday party.
You know, his nickname was Ferrari Mari. That was my nickname.
No, actually, you're good. I got the fake back. You're good.
Yeah, he was really fast.
Images unlike the hundreds he has of Amari smiling hung on the walls of his home.
Oh my God, he took
my white butt cheeks on camera.
Countless memories he's now holding close.
I should have just dove in front of the bullets and maybe he'll still be alive.
When bullets started flying, Peterson says it felt unreal. He grabbed his baby girl to duck behind a kitchen counter and then rushed to Amari when he saw he was down.
I'm on top of Amari. I'm trying to grab him. I'm like trying to see where he's hit because he's just sitting there just going... And I'm just like, man, I'm like, where you hit at? Where you hit at?
He discovered a bullet hole the size of a nickel on Amari's chest. Despite being rushed to the hospital in life-saving efforts, Amari didn't make it, leaving Peterson, his wife, and other children who were there too, heartbroken.
My daughter, she got hit. I could have lost her. You know, and it's gonna change her for life. My son, it's gonna change him for life.
Peterson says he lost the boy who made him the man he is today.
I was his coach.
Building Amari a life that he had.
He got straight A's, he was a good student, he was a good team player, he was athletic.
Do you have any words for whoever is responsible for all of this?
So if you have enough sense to pick up a gun and aim and shoot it, you got enough sense to take your responsibility of your actions.
A senseless act that left 2 other children and a 21-year-old dead.
This was one of the shoes that he had on the night And his blood is on there.
And a father searching for peace with parting words to his golden boy.
And daddy is sorry, and daddy love you, and daddy miss you.
You can't ask
Daddy ain't gonna never be ready without you.
You can truly just hear the heart.
This shit got me furious, man. The first time I seen that father cry like that, it brought tears to my eyes. I'm not gonna cry for you suckers out there. It got me furious, man. You know how you just look at something, you wish you could get your hands on the person that would do this, man. That kid was promising. He probably had a good football future and everything. He was a straight A student. And he came from out of town. He didn't even live in that town. He was so happy and enthusiastic to meet that rapper. He wanted to meet that, and before he could shake his hand, somebody unalived him. Didn't I tell? I don't know how many times. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this because I'm just disgusted with this whole situation. Didn't I tell you? If it's not the proper security presence, I understand. Well, Jay Cass, this is a 2-year-old's birthday party. They don't need security. Well, guess what? Obviously they do. Obviously they do. I told you. When it's a large crowd and people can go in and out of their cars and come back inside, any type of event, expect the unexpected. They said there was no social media announcement about this party or nothing. And they still got the location and pulled up. They didn't just spray from the car. They walked in. So if you walk inside and you see babies and family and birthday cake, balloons, this ain't the place, this ain't the time. You back down, you get up out of there. But you knew from the gate before you even pulled up that it was a birthday party, so you must have been on some demonic demon time. And trust me, if anybody's gonna deal with you, God is gonna deal with you. You're not gonna be at large forever. They're gonna catch you. Or it might be worse, but you're gonna get your karma for what you did to these innocent people and the 11 other people that got hit up. Just stupidness, man. It's like you can't make this up. You have to be a heartless soul. You could have hit the baby that, like, it's just disgusting, man. And I don't know what OGs that's teaching these youngsters, man, but we was always taught no women, no children, man, no elderly. If your op is around his baby moms, his family, or what have you, you have to stand down. That's what we was taught. This new generation is real demonic. They want to take out the whole family just to get to their op. It's sick, man. That's a sickness, man. That's an evilness. That's something very deep inside of you. And I'm pretty sure the person that did that probably has a girl and kids. So did you think, what if somebody did that to your kids? How would you feel? That dad is heartbroken. He was his son's football coach. He had a mission for his son because he was the oldest. And I'm pretty sure his boy would have excelled in football. His academics was good. So the sports would have been even better because he had a good dad. Since when do black dads really be involved with their kids like that? That's another thing too. You robbed a good dad his from being a dad. Did you think about that? Most parents grow up as single parents in the black community. And there's a dad that was trying to be a dad and be a family and be the head of the household and provide that structure for his son, and you robbed him from that. My end, street justice, man. I hope the cops get you. You need to meet God. And I'm out of here, man. I got things to do, you heard? Y'all be safe out there. Like I said, if it's less than 5, you might survive. If it's more than 10, your life will end. Don't attend no public events without security and a cop's presence. I'm gone.